Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have the official Call of Duty World War II multiplayer reveal. How amazing was this trailer? So most of you guys have already seen it. If you haven't seen it, I have a video on my channel with the full trailer without commentary or anything like that. Be sure to check that out. Man, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much to discuss in regards to Call of Duty World War II. What I'm going to try and do here with this video is break it up into fact, things that we actually saw from the trailer, and then speculation towards the end of things that we have an idea of what it may actually be, but we can't be 100% sure. Chances are, most things are going to become clear because Call of Duty World War II is in fact going to be playable tomorrow at E3, and I assume a lot of our questions will be answered between the game actually being playable, the new Making Call of Duty live stream that is scheduled to happen on June 13th, and then of course the Sledgehammer Games panel, which is going to be happening on June 14th. Between all of these, I assume most of our questions are going to be answered, although I am most interested in learning more about divisions, because specifically here in this trailer, we saw various divisions at play, and each one of the divisions had specific weapons. The Airborne had submachine guns, the Infantry had assault rifles, the Expeditionary Force had shotguns, the Mountain Division had sniper rifles, and the Armored Division had light machine guns. Take that for what you will, man. I want to learn so much more about this creative class system, but all in good time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we go any further, I would like to point out this for those of you guys that did not catch it. So during the actual official Sony reveal, they showed this at the very beginning of the trailer, although in the official upload on YouTube, over on the official Call of Duty YouTube channel, they did not feature this part in the trailer. It shows off various locations that we will likely be seeing in the Call of Duty World War II campaign as well as multiplayer. The most interesting one to me is Crimea. This was a fight between the Russians and the Germans, and in fact, it was a campaign in which the Nazis were victorious. So this says to me that Call of Duty World War II is in fact going to have Russian maps and Russian weapons, despite the fact that we didn't really see any of that here in the actual multiplayer trailer itself. Keep in mind, it is confirmed that Call of Duty World War II is going to feature multiple fronts in the game's multiplayer. Russia appears to be one of those fronts, and I'm very happy about that. Let's go ahead and discuss some of the features of Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer that were confirmed by this trailer. Number one, and we're not doing this in any particular order, Black Scope. This is something that a lot of people are very passionate about in the sniping community. You will in fact have a black scope if you're completely scoped in with your sniper rifle, though as you guys are watching right here, it's not going to be black until you are completely scoped in, which I think is kind of a nice in-between. You wouldn't think that's a very big deal, but a lot of snipers are very passionate about black scope versus rendered scopes, and black scope is in fact going to be a feature in Call of Duty World War II. Next up, let's talk about the GIB system slash Gore system. So here we can clearly see GIB is in fact going to be in the game's multiplayer, but maybe this is more speculation than anything, but we have this downed soldier. Are they going to have a revive style system in the game's multiplayer? I know that's more speculation territory, but I figured I should throw it in here during the GIB slash Gore system because the guy's clearly injured. He's very clearly hurt, but he's still on the ground and still alive, which I think is pretty interesting. Bayonets are going to be making their return. A lot of people are drawing comparisons to Battlefield 1 here, but keep in mind, folks, Battlefield 1 is not the first game to have bayonets in them. In fact, bayonets were a big part of World War II. I personally own a Mosin Nagant with a bayonet on it, and bayonets were also part of older Call of Duty games as well, so there's that, which is interesting. I'm just happy that they're going to be having this as a system because I think bayonet charging is one of the most frustrating things to die to, but also one of the most awesome things to actually do if you're actually the guy doing the bayoneting in the game's multiplayer. I would like you guys to focus for a moment here on the soldier who's actually getting the bayonet kill. Notice the back. He has nothing on his back, nothing really interesting, but he gets this kill and then pulls out a flamethrower. Suddenly, he has a flamethrower on his back. This says to me the flamethrower is going to be a kill streak. I think this all but confirms that. Next up, we have the shovel melee weapon, which is interesting. You see shovels on a lot of different soldiers here in this trailer, so chances are, instead of a knife or something like that, maybe we just have a trench shovel. It kind of makes sense, but notice the brutal kill from behind. This says to me that, one, we're going to have some pretty freaking gnarly kills by taking people out from behind, but also, it could actually be hinting at the fact that the game may have a one-hit kill melee system from behind and a two-hit melee kill system from the front, similar to some of the more recent Call of Duty games. That would be a very good addition, at least in my opinion. I hate panic knifing. Maybe if you knife me, if you have your shovel out, that will count, but it would be nice to see them actually have a 2-hit melee system from the front and a 1-hit melee system from the back. Notice no swastikas, because those are offensive. We also have the anti-air gun. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. This may be a controllable map weapon, sort of reminiscent to the anti-air guns that were on Defender in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the Sledgehammer's, of course, last game. We have dual wield, which is going to be a feature, at the very least, with pistols. We have mounted machine guns, or perhaps mountable machine guns, or maybe they're just the ones that are on the map by default, like we've seen in years past. Regardless, we do have mounted machine guns in the game's multiplayer. Those are basically the big features I was able to take away from this trailer. I have watched it back and forth, and those are the things I think are confirmed features of the game's multiplayer. Now, we do have tons to speculate about. I mean, for example, we have soldiers airdropping in. What is that all about? We have soldiers riding a truck in the game's multiplayer, all of them within the same division. What is that about? We have various vehicles, which we don't know exactly what they are. I know that's a big point of contention for a lot of people. We did see a lot of vehicle gameplay here in this trailer. Are they going to be kill streaks? Are they going to be map spawns? What exactly are we going to be doing with these things here? I mean, we do have this first-person perspective of a soldier up in a plane, which is a pretty big deal, but I think this is going to be a kill streak because of the first-person perspective, as well as we see these planes crashing into buildings at various points throughout the trailer, which looks like just bad piloting to me. Like, if it's an AI-controlled thing, why is it crashing into buildings? Unless maybe it was shot down, then they specifically crash into stuff to make the maps more interesting. I really don't know. We have a lot of different shots of tanks being used in this game, which says to me that tanks are going to be a thing, but specifically, if you listen in the trailer, and you may want to go back and listen to the trailer a couple of times to actually pick up on a couple of nuances, they specifically say, rally near the tank and protect it, which says to me that the tank is going to be a timed spawn, which really makes me think that the majority of this trailer was actually showing off the new war game mode, which would definitely explain the soldiers airdropping in, or the infantry division all riding together within the back of a truck. It just seems to make sense, but again, that speculation is not really made clear from the trailer itself, especially considering it's a cinematic trailer more than anything, and we don't actually have a HUD to tell us exactly what is going on. We also see this soldier rigging up some explosives, and these explosives appear to be at a designated explosive area, which of course causes a huge explosion, which further pushes that narrative of perhaps this is actually early gameplay of the new war game mode. We are going to have to see, ladies and gentlemen, so many freaking questions, not a lot of answers regarding Call of Duty World War II, but we were able to see some of the maps. Keep in mind, the maps that you are seeing here in this trailer are likely to be the maps that are going to be playable tomorrow at E3, as well as the same maps that we will likely be playing in the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer beta, which has been confirmed to start on August 25th, 2017 for the PlayStation 4. The beta will run for a minimum of 3 days, and they will be announcing the dates for the Xbox One beta at some later point. They're not going to mention anything Xbox right now because this was revealed during the Sony event, and of course they have the Sony exclusivity deal. Therefore, they're not going to mention Xbox or anything like that. So stay tuned for information regarding the beta. Ladies and gentlemen, the official Call of Duty World War II multiplayer reveal is out. I don't even know what to say, man. I know tomorrow we're going to be seeing some gameplay. YouTubers, there are plenty of YouTubers at the event. They are going to be recording these matches they're going to be playing. They're going to be posting them to their YouTube channels. They're going to be in-depth discussing the new Divisions feature, which is replacing Create Class. Perhaps we'll get more information on the maps in the Divisions feature, as well as, of course, all of the different kill streaks and vehicles that we've seen throughout this trailer. I'm jittery right now. Is anyone else jittery? Like, I don't even know, man. When I was watching the PlayStation 4 reveal, I was almost having a panic attack in a way where it's like, hurry up and show it, hurry up and show it. Then when they did, just breath was taken, man. This looks absolutely incredible. This is what I want in a Call of Duty game. It's taking the series back to its roots in a major way. And man, I can't wait to learn more. We can speculate to the end of time, but I mean, gameplay is coming out tomorrow. We might as well wait and see what it's all about. That is all I have for you guys here in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.